Hello everyone! For today's video, we're diving into something really exciting, a list of the best 2D ninja action platformers. Ninjas aren't just about being sneaky, sometimes it's all about fast, intense action. Now, let's check out some of the best 2D ninja action platformers you should be playing right now. Well, let's get into the list. Ninja Issen is a fast-paced ninja action game that mixes classic retro style with a cool cyberpunk world, and it delivers a really intense experience. The gameplay is all about speed and action. You're constantly fighting multiple enemies at once, using your katana for close combat, throwing shurikens from a distance, and even teleporting around to dodge attacks and stay mobile. Everything feels fast, flashy, and satisfying, and you can play in your own style depending on how you use your abilities. The retro pixel art also adds a lot of charm, especially combined with the cyberpunk setting. It gives the game a unique vibe, like old school ninja games, but in a futuristic world. Shinobi non Grata is a fun retro-style platformer with a strong focus on boss rush gameplay, but its short length means it's best suited for players who enjoy chasing high scores or setting their own challenges. This game is very focused, there's almost no exploration. Instead, it's all about preparing for boss fights. The short sections between bosses are there to refill your health and magic, so you're ready for the next big fight. It's definitely challenging, but it always feels fair. A big part of the fun comes from figuring out which special weapon works best for each boss and situation. At first, Within the Blade feels like a stealth game. You can sneak up on enemies and take them out quickly, but most of the time, you're fighting them head on, and that's where things get intense. The combat feels more like something out of Sekiro, mixed with Metroidvania-style platforming. And yeah, it's tough. If you don't catch enemies by surprise, even the basic ones can give you a hard time. You can't just mash attack. They'll block, wait for you to mess up, and punish you hard. So you really have to be patient, pick your moment, and play smart. The game is also pretty long, especially because it's challenging. There are around 10 stages, and replaying levels feels rewarding since you're always improving. KUNAI is a fast-paced 2D action platformer that mixes ninja combat with a bit of Metroidvania exploration, and it delivers a really smooth and satisfying experience from start to finish. The real highlight of the game is movement. You use dual kunai that act like grappling hooks, letting you swing, climb, and fly across the map with speed and style. Once you get used to it, everything starts to flow together. Jumping, swinging, and wall running all feel incredibly smooth. It's one of those games where just moving around is already fun. The combat is also simple but satisfying. You mainly use a sword, along with some ranged weapons like shurikens and guns. The focus isn't on complex combos, but on positioning and timing. Shadow Blade Reload isn't a full sequel. It's more like a polished version of the original Shadow Blade. Think of it as going back to something you made before and improving it, cleaning it up, adding a few new ideas, and making it look better. This game goes straight to the point. No fluff, no wasted time, just tight levels, fast combat, and constant action. At its core, this is a speedrunner's dream. Every level is short and quick to play, but don't let that fool you. Your first runs might feel easy, but they'll also be messy. As you keep playing, you start learning the level layouts, discovering shortcuts, and finding better ways to move. And that's where the real fun begins, beating your own time and improving your runs. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn is special because the team behind it. The developers are actually part of the original creators from back in the day, which is pretty rare for a remake, and because of that, this game doesn't just copy the past, it feels like a true evolution of it. If you've played fast-paced games like Ninja Gaiden, this isn't quite the same. Movement here is slower and more deliberate. Every action has weight. Your jumps, your attacks, even using items. You can't just spam buttons and react instantly. You have to commit to every move you make. At first it feels awkward, but over time it will start to click. Vengeful Guardian, Moonrider really delivers that same classic feeling you get from playing Mega Man or Shinobi, but in a modern package. The gameplay is simple, but really satisfying. You'll be running, jumping, and attacking most of the time. You can dash by double tapping, perform strong running slashes, dive kick from the air, and bounce off walls. It might sound basic, but the game really pushes you to master every move if you want to survive. And just like in Mega Man, you can choose which stage to play after the beginning. Each level feels different, and no matter the stage, there's always a boss waiting at the end. In Super House of Dead Ninjas, you're not sneaking around, you're slicing through everything in your path. Your goal is simple: fight your way down a massive 350-floor tower filled with enemies, traps, and absolute madness, all the way to a demon waiting at the bottom. It's fast, brutal, and fully embraces that classic retro arcade style, complete with old-school visuals and even scanline effects on the screen. The game constantly pushes you forward. There's a timer counting down, and if you slow down too much, the Grim Reaper shows up. At the same time, there's a rage meter that rewards you for attacking non-stop, giving you bursts of speed and power. It feels overwhelming at first, but after a while, it just clicks. Right from the start, the messenger pulls you into a retro world filled with beautiful pixel art, mixing both 8-bit and 16-bit styles. The music also hits that nostalgic vibe perfectly, sounding like something straight out of old-school Nintendo and Sega games. The controls are smooth and easy to pick up, but the real challenge comes from timing and precision. Early on, the game feels pretty easy, but it doesn't stay that way for long. You quickly start unlocking new abilities like double jumping, wall climbing, and using a rope dart to swing across gaps, which opens up more ways to explore and move around. Strider throws you straight into the action. No long intro, no waiting around. You play as Strider, a super fast ninja who doesn't ask questions. He just slices through everything in his way. And honestly, that's exactly what makes this game so fun. From the start, controlling Strider feels amazing. You can run, slide, climb walls, and attack all in one smooth flow. Everything connects perfectly, so you feel like a non-stop force moving through the battlefield. Also, since the game has Metroidvania element, the game also encourages you to explore its world, with locked paths and hidden areas that you can't access at first. But once you unlock new abilities, called ciphers, you can return and open those paths, finding upgrades, costumes, and extra rewards along the way. When you hear the words ninja game, what comes to mind? Fast movement, crazy jumps, intense sword fights, and yeah, probably something really hard. And honestly, Cyber Shadow delivers exactly that. You play as Shadow, a cyborg ninja who wakes up in a ruined city. A mad scientist has taken over, building an army of robotic soldiers, and it's your job to stop him. At first, the story seems simple, but as you explore, you uncover more details about what really happened. It slowly becomes a darker, more interesting story than you'd expect. At the beginning, you're pretty weak, but over time, you unlock new abilities like throwing shurikens, wall climbing, air dashing, and powerful attacks. These skills don't just make you stronger, they also help you explore new areas and find hidden upgrades that boost your health and power. Mark of the Ninja Remastered version brings the game back with better visuals, improved sound, and all the extra content from the DLC. At its core, Mark of the Ninja is a stealth platformer, but not just any stealth game. This one gives you freedom. You can sneak through levels quietly, hiding in shadows, distracting enemies and never being seen, or you can go full chaos, throwing shurikens, setting traps, and taking enemies out in creative ways. And that creativity is what makes the game so fun. There's even a moment where you can throw flesh-eating insects at an enemy, causing pure panic. Guards start shooting each other, running away, and everything just falls apart. It's unpredictable, and it's awesome.
Did it. But we're standing on a firecracker. We're just lit the fuse. So run.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance is a game that feels really modern, while still respecting its classic roots. From the moment you see it, the game looks incredible. The hand-drawn art is smooth, colorful, and full of life. It's made by the same studio behind Streets of Rage 4, and once again, they absolutely nailed the style. The gameplay is where the game really shines. Movement feels amazing. At first, you start with basic abilities, but soon, you're chaining double jumps, wall jumps, dashes, grapples. It all flows together smoothly. Just moving around feels satisfying, and combat even better. You can chain together combos with light and heavy attacks, juggle enemies in the air, and finish them off in stylish ways. It's fast, fluid, and gives you a lot of freedom to experiment.
Tear him to shreds!
Ninja Gaiden Ragebound takes a series known for being brutally hard and actually makes it more welcoming. Now, welcoming doesn't mean easy. It just means the game waits a bit before it starts destroying you. Still, that's progress. Made by the team behind Blasphemous, this game keeps the beautiful pixel art and violent action, but adds something new: speed. This is a fast game. Enemies jump in, and you're expected to cut them down instantly, sometimes before they even finish appearing. The game wants you to keep moving, keep attacking, and never slow down. It's all about momentum. The gameplay is all about chaining kills, platforming, and figuring out the fastest way to clear a room. Katana Zero is a fast-paced 2D action game where you play as a katana-wielding ninja assassin in a dark cyberpunk city. The game throws you into carefully designed levels where you slice through enemies in fast, brutal combat. Every room feels like a challenge, and every fight feels intense and satisfying. One of the coolest parts of the gameplay is your ability to slow down time thanks to a special drug your character uses. This lets you pull off stylish moves, dodging bullets, deflecting them back, and chaining attacks together in creative ways. The combat isn't just about speed though, it's also about thinking. You will die in one hit, so every move matters. Each level is like a puzzle where you need to figure out who to attack first, how to move, and when to strike. That's all for today's list. Subscribe and like for more new exciting Metroidvania games. That's it, and see you next time.